You know, really proud of our guys. I thought we really fought. And from that standpoint, I'm very proud of how they competed and how they played. You know, congratulations to BU. Very good team. And you know, we knew that we would have to really play well and do a lot of things well tonight to have a chance to win this game. You know, we beat them at our place about 4 or 5 weeks ago, and you know, they've won 8 in a row since then. And you know, watching them on tape, you know, they've really improved. They've really gotten better. But you know what? Kids fought. Kids fought, and really proud of their effort. I think when you get to this time of the year, you know, an Achilles heel of ours for a large part of this season has been the free throw line. I want to say it was 52-50, then 57-54, and I think we missed front end of a 1-and-1. I think missed another front end of a 1-and-1, and I think missed a 2-shotter. But just at points in the game where you knew it was a game that was going to come down to the wire, that you had to just, you know, make plays. But you know, these two guys, you know, played great, and again, proud of our kids. Didn't end up the way we wanted it, but our kids fought like heck.
Questions for student athletes?
Tyrone, entering the tournament, you know, every game could have been your last game since you're a senior. Is that why you played with a sense of urgency down the stretch, demanding the ball and just putting the team on your back?
Yeah, I mean, every game was potential last game due to injury, but I just tried to give it whatever I had left and try and help the team out as much as I could.
Tyrone, can you sort of reflect on your career at UNH, just your experience at UNH while playing here?
It's been an overall good experience. I mean, other than all the injuries that I've had each year, I've had to deal with certain injuries. But I've just grown from them, learned from the guys around me, and taking little bits of everybody's game and try to piece my game together bit by bit, and just grow from it each year.
Tyrone, a lot of us have followed you since you played at Burlington High School up in Vermont. And you named all-conference team this year. And your coach in high school, Matt Johnson, was American East Player of the Year and first team all-conference. So how proud are you to represent something your high school coach earned as well?
Absolutely. It's a great honor to receive that award, and just happy I was selected by the coaches. So.
Questions for Chandler? Chandler, you really got it going there a bit in the first half, kept things going. How did it feel in the tournament for you, shooting in at Hartford?
I just want to do whatever I can to help the team win. Our big guy set some good screens, and I got some open looks, and fortunately I was able to knock some down.
Chandler, Coach mentioned you guys beat them the last time we met, and he said they've improved a lot. What did you see from BU? What areas have they improved the most since you played that last game?
I think they were just real competitive. I mean, you know, it was a hard-fought game both ways, and you know, like Coach Herrion said, they're a real talented team, and you know, they're a hard team to stop. They got a lot of weapons, and you know, we did what we could, and I thought we fought really hard, but you know, they're definitely a good team. We got to give them a lot of credit. They really executed well.
To Tyrone and Chandler, did either of you notice if John Holland was hampered at all by his ankle, or did you notice any difference in his play at all?
Not really. It seemed like the same old John Holland I know.
Yeah, I mean, I guarded him most of the game, and he seemed pretty healthy to me.
Any other questions for student athletes?
Tyrone, we asked John about it as well. You and him have came into the league the same year. You guys have had some great battles playing the same position. Just what would you say about the past 4 years of competing against each other?
It's been great. I mean, he's definitely one of the top athletes that I've played against in this league, and I wish him all the luck for his future and for the rest of this tournament.
Thanks a lot, guys. We'll have questions for Coach Herrion now.
Bill, what did the senior class mean to you, Tyrone in particular? Obviously, it's probably tough to see you know, anyone's careers come to an end.
Yeah, no, it is. It is, and you know, I just told the kids in the locker room that, you know, this has been a really, really tedious building process at UNH with this basketball program. And I think the way we've tried to build it, we really kind of geared everything, you know, in the process towards this year. Because we finally had proven veteran experienced seniors in Alvin Abreu, Tyrone Conley, Dane DeLegro. I was really excited about finally coming into a season where we didn't have to play freshmen, but then a month and a half into the season you're playing freshmen. You know, I give the kids an awful lot of credit. You know, we took a couple of blows this year. You know, when Alvin went down, you know, second game of the year, he's just a heart and soul guy. It's just hard to explain to you what he brings to our basketball team. I give Tyrone Conley an awful lot of credit. You know, he really emerged this year in a tough situation. His game really elevated. You know, so again, it's you know, these kids are, I'm really proud. I told the kids in the locker room, I'm as proud as this team, believe it or not, as any team I've coached because of, you know, what they've been dealt. I mean, and I'm not wishing injuries on anybody, but these kids have been through a lot, and they've really hung in there and have really fought, and that's really all you can ask. We were very limited offensively as this season went on. We didn't have a lot of places to go on offense, and we had to really, really hang our hat on competing and playing hard and defending like every single possession. So, you know, they've meant an awful lot to UNH basketball. You know, they were one win away for being the all-time winningest four-year class in the history of UNH basketball. They didn't get that, you know, but they've brought an awful lot to this basketball program. You know, our program's on good footing, it really is. You know, we get guys back healthy. I thought, you know, in an unfortunate kind of way, when guys got hurt this year, it forced us to play a lot of it. And some kids have really emerged. Benson's, you know, a year ago right now, we didn't know where Brian Benson was going with his career at UNH. He's had a great year. He can really rebound the ball. Chandler Rhoads has really emerged. I think Jordan Bronner's going to be a really good point guard in this league. You know, we've got, so it was, you know, in a tough way, I think a lot of positives have come out of this that we can build on.
Considering the 12-3 start, and then, you know, they get back in the game, and then you have the three-pointer at the end of the half. Did you enter halftime kind of where you would like to be essentially after that shot? They took that shot. Well,
you know, yeah, it was a big basket to cut it to three because I think they had gotten up 7, and we kind of hung right to the end of the half. And I told our kids in the locker room at halftime, though, it really what it was, I was disappointed with the 50-50 balls we kind of got beat on in the paint. They were beating us to some 50-50 balls. And I think the thing that's changed with their basketball team, I think, is that I think early in the year, they were shooting a lot of threes, a lot of quick threes. They've kind of, I think, cut back on the threes, and I think their offense is much more balanced and spread. The stat that's really jumping off the sheet at you lately with their team, they're going to the free throw line. You know, they're dominating people. I think last week up at Vermont it was 35-10 from the foul line. It's 30-14 today. When you can get to the free throw line in basketball, it's a heck of an advantage.
Any other questions for Coach? Sam, one more?
I guess, Coach, just to expand upon, you were talking about the senior class a little bit, but I know this is when they came in as freshmen 4 years ago, this is the class to start turning the program around, and it's a real building process. Talk about it. What would you just say, I guess, expanding, reflecting back on the careers of James Valadares, Dane DeLegro, Tyrone Conley?
No, you know what, Sam, I'll tell you one thing. 3 great kids. 3 kids are going to graduate, get their degrees. I've told, you know, Alvin, Tyrone, Dane in particular, we took James really late when he was coming out of high school, that, you know, not many kids go to Division I college basketball program from day one and play right away and play 4 years. Those 3 kids came onto our campus 4 years ago when we needed a lot of help and we needed bodies and we were kind of starting from scratch. And, you know, I think what those 3 kids have instilled in our program, those 4 kids, you know, Alvin comes back next year, is a work. We've learned how to play hard and compete and do all that stuff. We still need to get better as a team. We got to get healthy. You know, we got to get healthy. I think we have some pretty good players, you know, that were hurt this year that I think can really be good players in this league. But, you know, I know this didn't end the way the seniors wanted it to. I think everybody's goal when, you know, you go to college is to have an opportunity to play in the NCAA tournament and experience that. It's a great feeling. Unfortunately, the three seniors, James, Dane, and Alvin and Tyrone, aren't going to, you know, but that's our goal. But they've done an awful lot. I know when you look at UNH basketball, and you know, I'm not going to sit here and go through the history again, but you know what? When you really slice it down, these kids have done a lot of positive things, you know, record-wise at UNH.